September 28, 2023, Savannah police responded to a 911 call reporting a mass fight involving 20 teenagers at an apartment complex. The situation turned combustible when a young man, Cameron, refused to verify his residency, leading to an immediate arrest for loitering and obstruction. As officers struggled to secure him, a young woman named Kimora launched a physical assault on two officers, escalating the scene into a violent chaos. While parents arrived to defend their children, the intervention of the property manager delivered the final blow. A zero-tolerance policy resulting in immediate eviction notices for every family involved. A simple neighborhood disturbance ended in felony charges, drug discoveries, and the loss of multiple homes. This incident serves as a profound case study in the anatomy of escalation within urban law enforcement encounters. To understand why this situation spiraled out of control, we must analyze it through three distinct lenses: legal authority, the psychology of interference, and the devastating power of administrative consequences. The confrontation began with a fundamental misunderstanding of stop and identify laws. Under Georgia's loitering and prowling statute, an officer may detain an individual if their presence creates a justifiable alarm for the safety of persons or property. Crucially, the law requires the suspect to identify themselves and explain their presence to dispel that alarm. In this context, an active investigation into a 20-person brawl, Cameron's refusal to provide his building number provided the legal, reasonable suspicion needed for detention. What he perceived as a right to silence was, in a high-tension crime scene, legally interpreted as active obstruction of a police investigation. The most critical turning point was Kimora's decision to physically ambush the officers. Psychologically, this is often a fight-or-flight response triggered by perceived injustice toward a family member. However, from a legal perspective, interfering with an arrest is a force multiplier. The moment she struck the officers, she transformed a series of misdemeanors into a high-level felony. This demonstrates a recurring tragedy in Bodycam footage. Bystanders often attempt to achieve street justice in the heat of the moment, failing to realize that the only legal venue to challenge a police officer's actions is in a courtroom. By the time physical force is used, the legal battle is already lost on the sidewalk. Perhaps the most overlooked element of this footage is the role of the property manager, Linda. While the police handle criminal charges, property management handles survival. The zero-tolerance policy regarding criminal activity on the premises highlights a harsh reality for residents in subsidized or managed housing. In many jurisdictions, a notice to vacate can be issued based on a police report alone before a suspect is ever proven guilty in court. This creates a double-layered punishment. While the teenagers face the juvenile justice system, their parents and siblings face immediate homelessness. This incident proves that the consequences of non-compliance can extend far beyond a jail cell, affecting an entire family's stability for years to come. Ultimately, the Savannah incident is a stark reminder of the domino effect in police encounters. A lack of verbal cooperation led to a physical detention. That detention triggered a violent interference. And that interference resulted in life-altering felony charges and mass evictions. It underscores the vital necessity of de-escalation from both sides and the catastrophic price of losing one's composure in the face of authority.
Where do you live at? Where do you live?
What
building?
Come on now.
No. What building do you live in?
Come on. Hey, no, put your hands.
You about to go to jail too.
Stop. Stop. Sir, stop. Please, sir, stop. Don't stop. Get the
Hey, y'all better back it up. Back it up.
It's my big sister, please. Yes, sir. I'm sorry. my big sister. Me, bro.
My big sister, bro. Please don't do nothing.
Take me out these handcuffs. Put in the car. Step away.
Big sister.
Step away.
For what? I ain't do shit.
Lord of prowling.
I'm carrying my hood.
Get the out of me, bro. We got nothing to do. We just game over here.
Now get my sister. Get my sister the up off that ground. Or everything I'm mistake the one of y'all officers. Oh, God. Let me go. I ain't got no Wi-Fi, man. Let me go.
This is the way this works. If you do not live on this premises, then you are loitering or prowling, which means you are required to identify yourself to me. If you do live here, and I ask you your name and where you live, and you can't provide it, now you're required to quell my suspicions that you're not loitering and prowling, which is why you're in handcuffs in the back of my car. Now, what's your name? Cameron. I don't want you to be in handcuffs, but I don't want to take you to jail. I would much rather call your mom, come pick you.
Pop this up. Alright. Sit back in the car.
So I'm the new senior manager here. Okay. I'm not going to tolerate it. So if you are tied into this and you live on my property, you're going to get a notice to vacate. Okay. I already done got it from my ADO.
Have you met Linda? This is the property manager.
The public reaction to the story has been very lively. Here's what people are saying.
The mom staying quiet during the cop's explanation, and not trying to justify her kids' behaviors, just renewed my faith in humanity.
It's my big sister. You got that right.
The mom who told them to put her son back in the cruiser is a real one. These kids need to learn now, before it's too late.
Imagine fighting for petty shit and end up getting your whole family evicted.
The boy in red tried to do the right thing, but it was the sister who started all the drama.
The difference between the mom that called the police liars and the mom that told them to put her son back in the car is night and day. Unbelievable how the parents can have their kids in the exact same situation and respond so completely differently from each other. We all know which mom is a good mom, too, and which one is going to raise her son to be in and out of trouble with the law.
Salute to the parents who put the responsibility solely on their children by questioning exactly why they were out here fighting, especially the one that said you were supposed to be at school and not out here on the streets.
The two moms that check their kids, I salute you for holding them accountable. The other moms, you all have a hard lesson to learn. You know your kids and you know their behavior. Instead of ensuring they went home and stayed in the house, you chose to believe their behavior was justified. If you don't live there, you shouldn't be there creating havoc in community you don't reside in.
With felony obstruction, loitering and prowling, and 2 counts of battery. Gemoria was charged with possession of marijuana, obstruction, and loitering and prowling. The others were released to the care and custody of their parents. One parent made it clear that the blame for the entire situation was the fault of the police, who responded to numerous 911 calls related to a large fight. They are innocent until proven guilty in a court of law.